The peaceful afternoon sky over Scottsdale, Arizona was shattered on February 10, 2025. What began as a serene day quickly turned into a scene of chaos and emergency response. A private jet, a Learjet 35A, crashed upon landing at Scottsdale Airport. The aircraft, which had been on a routine flight, suddenly found itself in a dire situation. This was not just another aviation incident. The severity of the crash was immediately apparent to all who witnessed it. The plane was owned by rock legend Vince Neil, frontman for the heavy metal band Motley Crue. The news of the crash quickly spread, drawing attention from fans and media alike. While Neil was not on board, the crash sent shockwaves through the entertainment world and beyond. Fans were left in disbelief, and the incident became a major news story. The accident occurred around 2:45 p.m. local time, turning a routine flight into a tragedy. The exact timing of the crash added to the urgency of the emergency response. The Learjet, arriving from Austin, Texas, experienced a catastrophic failure upon touchdown. The malfunction was sudden and unexpected, leaving little time for corrective action. Its left main landing gear malfunctioned, sending the aircraft careening off the runway. The loss of control was immediate and severe. The jet slammed into a parked Gulfstream G200 business jet, creating a scene of chaos and destruction. Emergency crews rushed to the site, working tirelessly to manage the aftermath of the collision. The Learjet 35A, a symbol of luxury and speed, had transformed in an instant into a mangled wreck. What was supposed to be a routine flight turned into a nightmare, leaving behind a scene of devastation and chaos. The sleek lines of the aircraft were now twisted and broken, a stark contrast to its former glory. Emergency crews raced to the crash site, sirens wailing, hearts pounding. Fire trucks and ambulances converged on the scene, their lights cutting through the smoke and darkness. Every second counted as they fought against time to save lives. The air was thick with the smell of jet fuel and the sounds of sirens. Smoke billowed into the sky, creating an eerie backdrop to the frantic rescue efforts. The ground was slick with spilled fuel, adding another layer of danger to the already perilous situation. First responders worked tirelessly to extract survivors from the wreckage. Firefighters and paramedics moved with precision and urgency, their training put to the ultimate test. Each life saved was a small victory amidst the overwhelming tragedy. Witnesses described the horrifying scene, the impact echoing across the airfield. Their faces reflected shock and disbelief as they recounted the moments leading up to the crash. The sound of the collision was something they would never forget. Debris littered the tarmac, a testament to the force of the collision. Pieces of the plane were scattered across the runway, each fragment telling a story of the violent impact. The scene was a grim reminder of the fragility of human life. The Gulfstream, an innocent bystander, suffered significant damage. Parked nearby, it bore the scars of the tragic event, its fuselage dented and windows shattered. It stood as a silent witness to the catastrophe that had unfolded. The crash highlighted the inherent risks of aviation, reminding us that even in the most advanced machines, tragedy can strike without warning. It served as a sobering reminder of the delicate balance between human ingenuity and the unpredictable forces of nature. In the aftermath, the aviation community would come together to learn, to heal, and to strive for a safer future. Sadly, this crash claimed a life. The tragic incident has left a deep scar on the community as they grapple with the sudden loss and the harrowing memories of that fateful day. The pilot of the Learjet, his name withheld pending notification of next of kin, perished in the accident. He was a respected figure in the aviation community, known for his dedication and skill. This experienced aviator, responsible for the safety of those on board, became a victim of this terrible tragedy. His loss is felt deeply by colleagues and friends who admired his professionalism and passion for flying. 2 other passengers on the Learjet sustained critical injuries. Their condition remains serious, and they are receiving intensive medical care. They were rushed to a local trauma center, their lives hanging in the balance. The medical team is doing everything possible to stabilize them and ensure their recovery. Another passenger escaped with non-life-threatening injuries. This individual is expected to make a full recovery, though the emotional trauma will take time to heal. The lone occupant of the parked Gulfstream, incredibly, emerged unscathed, refusing medical treatment at the scene. This miraculous survival has been a small beacon of hope amidst the sorrow. The Scottsdale community, a tight-knit group, mourned the loss of one of their own and prayed for the recovery of the injured. They gathered for a candlelight vigil, sharing stories and offering support to one another during this difficult time. Section 4. Vince Neil's connection to the crash. The revelation that the Learjet belonged to Vince Neil sent shockwaves through the music industry. Neil, known for his hard-living rocker persona, was not on the plane at the time of the crash. However, his girlfriend and her friend were among the injured passengers. The news of the crash spread like wildfire on social media. Fans and fellow musicians alike expressed their concern and sent prayers to those affected. Neil, shaken by the incident, was reportedly cooperating fully with authorities. The crash served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who seem larger than life. Section 5. The aftermath and investigation. Following the crash, Scottsdale Airport was immediately closed. The runway, littered with debris and the wrecked aircraft, became a crime scene. The airport remained closed for approximately 6 hours, disrupting travel plans and shaking the confidence of some travelers. The National Transportation Safety Board, the agency responsible for investigating aviation accidents, dispatched a team to Scottsdale. These seasoned investigators will meticulously examine every aspect of the crash. They will analyze the flight data recorder, the cockpit voice recorder, and interview witnesses. Their investigation will aim to determine the cause of the landing gear malfunction and prevent future tragedies. Section 6. Official statements and public reactions. Scottsdale Mayor Lisa Borowski expressed her condolences to the victims and their families. She praised the swift response of the city's first responders, acknowledging their courage and professionalism in the face of tragedy. Motley Crue released a statement confirming that Vince Neil was not on board the plane and expressing their heartfelt sympathy to all those affected by the crash. Music industry figures, including Bret Michaels of the band Poison, took to social media to express their condolences. The outpouring of support from the entertainment community and the public at large demonstrated the power of shared grief and resilience. Section 7. Reflections on a Day of Loss. The Scottsdale Airport plane crash was a stark reminder of the fragility of life. It highlighted the importance of safety regulations in aviation and the dedication of the professionals who investigate these incidents. The crash united a community in grief and sparked a national conversation about aviation safety. As the NTSB investigation continues, the families and friends of the victims are left to cope with their loss and the long road to recovery. The crash cast a shadow over the typically sunny skies of Scottsdale, a somber reminder that even amidst the beauty of life, tragedy can strike without warning.